Welcome to the Education for Peace Institute, Department of Newman Studies. Today we have a reading, interpretation that is, of Human Responsibility as Independent of Circumstances by John Henry Newman. The original temptation set before our first parents was that of proving their freedom by using it without regard to the will of him who gave it. The original excuse offered by them after sinning was that they were not really free, that they had acted under a constraining influence, the subtlety of the tempter. This has been the course of lawless pride and lust ever since, to lead us first to exult in our uncontrollable liberty of will and conduct, then, when we have ruined ourselves, to plead that we are the slaves of necessity. It has always been the job of religion and law to protest against the sophistry of evil and to preserve those truths which the unbelieving heart corrupts, both the freedom and the responsibility of man, the sovereignty of the Creator, the supremacy of the law of conscience within us, and the irrelevancy of the external circumstances in the judgment which is to be made upon our conduct and character. We are accountable for what we do and what we are. That, in spite of all aids or hindrances from without, each person is the cause of their own happiness or misery. It is a truth proved to us both by conscience and acquired knowledge. Nature conveys it to us in the feeling of guilt and remorse, which implies self-condemnation. On the other hand, it is the great prevailing principle in every age of the world and throughout every culture. The change of times, the varieties of knowledge, the gifts of grace do not interfere with the integrity of this momentous truth. Praise to the good, punishment to the bad, is the revealed rule of government from the beginning to the consummation of all things. The flaw of our ancestors did not abolish, nor do the provisions of mercy supersede it. It is my wish now to give some illustrations of the operation of this sophistry in the affairs of life. Not that it is a subject which admits of novelty in the discussion, but with the hope of directing attention to a mode of deceiving our conscience, common in all ages since the original transgression, and not least successful in our own. To find fault with the circumstances in which we find ourselves is our ready and familiar excuse when our conduct is criticised in any way. Yet even those heathen moralists saw that all those actions are voluntary, in which we are ourselves in any way ultimately the principle of action, and that praise and blame are awarded, not according to the mode in which we should have behaved had circumstances been different, things being as they are. It is we and not our circumstances that are, after all, the main cause of what we do and what we are. Thank you.